All right, welcome to DC News Now here at 4. We're following breaking news. Thanks for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Annalisa Gale.
And I'm Marielle Carbone in for Mark Hall. Well, reaction, it is pouring in after former President Donald Trump secured enough electoral votes to win re-election.
Yeah, Vice President Kamala Harris is set to speak at Howard University at any moment now.
Yeah, we are taking a live look in right now at the podium, and we will listen as soon as Harris begins. We're told that she's already called Trump to congratulate him on that win.
Yeah, we know a lot of her supporters were waiting out there last night, hundreds of them, for her to speak, but she did not speak last night, but she will be speaking hopefully in just a few moments here.
Yeah, and again, this is at Howard University right now on campus. We know our DC News Now's Randy Bass is close to the action on Georgia Avenue in Northwest right now.
And Randy, what is the mood like this afternoon?
Yes, well, obviously, people who voted for Harris are very disappointed in the outcome of the 2024 presidential election. There is still a lot of excitement surrounding the Howard campus. She's been here all week long, and now people here are finally filing in, getting a chance to see her speak for the first time. People filed in last night, waited for hours for her to speak before they were told to go home and potentially come back today. And here we are at this point. She is going to be delivering what is expected to be a concession speech here on the Howard campus. You see dozens of people filing in. We've seen a steady stream of people coming in here on the campus all day long. Take a look now at the lines we saw earlier this afternoon. People showing up on very short notice to get in line and get a good spot. The line at one point stretched all the way back about 2 blocks up the hill here along Georgia Avenue. There are multiple reports this afternoon that the vice president called the now president-elect to concede and congratulate him today. We have also heard that President Joe Biden called President-elect Trump this afternoon to congratulate him and offer him a visit to the White House in coming weeks to discuss a transition meeting and just to look forward to what's ahead for the country and working together to create a peaceful transition of power. People and students on Howard's campus today tell us the mood this week has been pretty joyous up until today. They are disappointed though, but now their focus really starts to shift to the future. We spoke with Titus Warren today, first in line before noon. We heard his message to Harris.
Oh, honey, I'm ready to share my tears with the rest of these. You did it. You did it. You represented well. You represented not only the LGBTQ+I community, you represented all of us minority, all of us that wanted hope.
I think it's really disappointing for all of America. I think that, me personally, I think a lot of states that were blue in previous elections turned red.
All right, back out live now here at the Howard University campus. We have seen them temporarily pause here in just the last few seconds, pause allowing people into the event here. It's not clear if this is a capacity situation or if they are just looking to let the last few people in. I can tell you comfortably right now, thousands of people have filed in this afternoon. We saw hundreds of people in line earlier today. If I can get you to pan over here for me, Zach, taking a look up Georgia Avenue, even more people filing in, just trying to get a glimpse of the vice president as she is expected to speak today here at her alma mater, Howard University in Northwest DC. We've seen plenty of people file in today in their HU Bison gear. Several of her AKA Soarers are here at the event dressed in their pink and green. We've seen many, many people, many of them students, some of them not, have really turned out at this event, all to get a chance to see her this afternoon. Again, those remarks are set to begin here in just the next few minutes. Live on DC News Now, we'll bring you those remarks as she delivers them. In Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
And as we mentioned, we will take that speech live when it begins. Well, Republicans, they have secured the Senate. The party, it flipped several Democratic seats, ensuring the new Senate majority. Now, Republicans, they last won a majority in the Senate in 2018. The GOP is now fighting to keep control of the House, and that would mean a full sweep of GOP power in Congress alongside President-elect Donald Trump.
All right, turning now To our forecast on this Wednesday, a live look outside on this post-election unseasonably warm November afternoon. Really doesn't feel like November.
It doesn't, but it felt nice for voting yesterday. It feels nice to be outside today. So let's get over to meteorologist Damon Matson for that first look at our forecast. And Damon, how much longer can we expect this nice weather to last?
Well, the warmth anyway, it's here to stay for a little bit longer, but today was the peak of it. We're not going to see temperatures get this high again. And hey, it was warm enough today that, yeah, behind me here, we have set new records unofficially at several different locations, including D.C. hitting 82 there. Dulles hit 83, as well as Martinsburg. So you see how it's been just very unseasonably warm and record-breaking, if you will, across nearly the entire DMV. We'll get those official records coming in here soon enough with the climate report, but check it out. We are still seeing those temperatures pretty much area-wide in the lower 80s, 81, 82, a common number in and around the D.C. metro and across much of Virginia and Maryland. So this warmth, it does stick around, though, over the next few hours into our evening. Clouds are on the increase as well, with a cold front approaching from the west. That cloud cover will keep temperatures elevated as we go into the night. We will barely drop out of the 70s as we get on toward 10, 11 p.m. tonight. Now, we are seeing this cloud cover as that front approaches, but do we wring any sort of rainfall out of this front, or does our extended dry stretch continue? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
Damon, thank you. Well, we are learning more about an arrest made at the U.S. Capitol on Election Day. Now, officers have identified the man they say tried to get into the Capitol Visitor Center with a flare gun, torch gun, and bottles of fuel. The suspect is Austin Olson of Michigan. Investigators say Olson was stopped by security after he tried to bring the bag of suspicious items through the X-ray machine. Now, police also say that he smelled like he had doused part of his clothing with fuel. On top of that, investigators found what appears to be a manifesto, as well as a letter to Congress centered around the war in the Middle East. Now, Olson is believed to have traveled from Michigan to D.C. on Monday. The chief of U.S. Capitol Police says yesterday would have been a different story had the officers not intervened.
Well, the election results in D.C. were largely unsurprising for most of the races yesterday, but a few things on the ballot are getting a lot of attention this afternoon.
Yeah, Initiative 83, that changes the way D.C. votes, and the race for Ward 8 Councilmember Trayon White also. Yeah. Our D.C. News Now's Daniel Hamburg joins us live from the Wilson Building this afternoon.
And Daniel, one's a referendum, the other is an incumbent. What are you hearing?
Annalisa, Marielle, Initiative 83 passed with nearly 73% of the vote, and though Councilmember Trayon White has been federally indicted for one count of bribery, he won the vote with 76%. Now, he posted to Instagram last night saying, quote, "I'm beyond grateful and encouraged," going on to say, "Let's send a message loud and clear to the DC Council and the naysayers that the people have spoken." Now, some in Southeast told me they were shocked to see the overwhelming support for White, while others say they're not surprised because of how he's helped the community. Meanwhile, Initiative 83 passing means voters want ranked choice voting, so a candidate needs 50% of the vote to win and allows independents to vote in primaries. Lisa Rice proposed the initiative.
All 8 wards, at one point, I saw that we were winning just everywhere. That is a clear signal to our leadership that voters want change, and they want it sooner rather than later.
Now, the provision for Initiative 83 is that the D.C. Council and the mayor, of course, still has to fund it. Now, we do know that Mayor Bowser and D.C. Council Chairman Phil Mendelson were both opposed to I-83 before the election, so we will have to wait and see if the rest of the council members will join the two who already support it to fund Initiative 83. We're live at the Wilson Building. Daniel Hamburg, D.C. News Now.
All right, Daniel, thank you. Well, in counting ballots across the entire country last night, there are 6 congressional districts where the winner led by less than 1%.
Yeah, in 2 of those races, less than 1,000 votes separate the nominees, and one of those contests is in Maryland. DC News Now, Stephen Cohen reports on that.
It is a razor-thin margin in a congressional race that could tip the balance of power in the U.S. House of Representatives. With such tight margins and mail-in votes yet to be counted, it could be a while before we know if Republican Neil Parrott or Democrat April McClain Delaney goes to Washington from Maryland's 6th Congressional District. Barry Jackson is director of the Washington County Board of Elections.
Over 5,000 ballots still yet to be counted in this election before we really know officially who's won.
So it is nail-biting time for each nominee and their campaigns.
I believe it is going to come to the mail-in ballots. We're looking forward to watching that process as it comes in and making sure that every single legitimate ballot is counted.
Western Maryland small business owner Altamont Mark Wilkes ran in the Democratic primary for the 6th District, is backing McClain Delaney, but says of this cliffhanger,
this is the prime example why it's important that every vote counts.
It could be until Friday before we know for sure, next Friday, the 15th, before we know for sure.
This is McClain Delaney's first run for public office. Parrott has been the GOP nominee for this 6th Congressional District seat twice before. Reporting from Hagerstown, Stephen Cohen, DC News Now.
And when we are not on air, you can keep tabs on all things election related by going to our website, dcnewsnow.com, and searching for our election results guide.